I forgot to start recording.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Did we just kill that boss without it being recorded?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, What do you mean? It was me.
Because I'm the one who put that whole cut your shit out for invaders in your head. I'm the only reason you even have that idea. So technically that wouldn't happen if it wasn't for my bad ideas.
It's fine. We'll just say we one-shot him without taking any damage at all.
Literally, yeah. We did a no-hit perfect run on that boss. You guys don't need to see it. It was boring.
It's really funny. I have like one guy who like actually routinely watches my stuff, and it's like I didn't even know about him, but like every time I stream, I always have one viewer, and I just thought it was like maybe like just YouTube or something, because of how it's like the second I start streaming, it says one viewer every time. But like I started doing Destiny the other day, and the guy actually like wrote in my chat like no Borderlands today.
Oh
No.
my god, a real person?
Yeah, I was like, wait, what?
That's awesome. Definitely build a rapport with that dude. I had like 3 people that would do that with me on my Twitch stream when I would stream on Twitch, and it was really nice anytime they would but then one of them said something really nice. It was just like it seemed generic, like he was just trying to be nice. Like it wasn't wholehearted, but it still felt good to hear. He was like, love your content, man, keep it up. And I'm like, aw, thanks.
A lot of times, like, I'll get, like, a viewer, and then, because on the PlayStation, it tells you on the bottom corner, like, 1 viewer watching, 2 viewer, like, whenever somebody joins in.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it'll say, like, go from 1 to 2, and then right back down to 1, so I assume that's just, like, somebody accidentally clicked on it and was like, oh, I don't want that one. But, like, there's always just one, and I'm guessing it's him.
Amber and I are currently shopping for a house, and we just put an offer out on one that looks really nice, and I'm really excited about it. I hope they, like, dig it. But, when we do get the place, I intend on, like... So, like, in South Carolina, I've noticed a lot of houses have, like, garages attached directly to the house, which is fine. It's not like that's abnormal or strange. But a lot of neighborhoods up here have detached garages, and they're often in the backyard, past, like, a fence or gate. Sometimes they're even connected to the backyard, but the garage door where the car goes is in a separate driveway on the street, and you can, like, exit your garage into your backyard as you walk up to your, like, back door.
Yeah.
And I like that a lot. I like that the detached garage is a thing. So my plan is to, like, convert the garage entirely into, like, a man cave. I'm going to finish the interior, put up drywall, put up an AC unit inside, and set it up to be like a full-scale, like, man cave. And once I'm set with that, I think I'm going to start getting back to streaming. And I think I'm going to do, like, a room-style camera where, like, I'm still clearly visible, but, like, you can see, like, everything in the cave. And I'm really into that idea. And I really wanted to get back to it for a long time, but there's just a motivation I lack where I feel like I don't have anything special to offer or exciting. When before I was doing some, like, fun stuff like giveaways and shit, and I was just in a different place, so it's like, I don't know. I just feel weird about it now.
Well, when I do this, a lot of the ones that, like, I'm talking in are only because I'm playing it with other people. So, like, to me, I like to treat it more almost like a podcast than a video game. And just have, like, the video game there for, like, background.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Morning, Ambi. Aw, Kiwi.
I think you would do really good in a podcast setting, too.
I'd love to start a podcast, but the problem is I feel like the minute you even start about talking about starting a podcast, you just sound arrogant. Not like you literally, but anybody. Like, because you're just implying, like, oh, people want to hear what I have to say, and it's like, I don't know. That I'd like to, but it makes me nervous, because people already think I'm a super egotistical fuckhead anyways.
Well, another way you can look at it is, if somebody thinks that, like, people who do podcasts are, like, egotistical and stuff, they probably don't even have the podcast app. So, like, they probably wouldn't even care. At the same time, I wouldn't care what they think either.
Start a Twitch and YouTube streaming group with me, Briss.
I try to have as many friends as I can online. I need to start like including like usernames and stuff. If you like do start your YouTube and Twitch stuff, then like you could like stream your point of view and I would stream mine, and then like I would just include your name and all my stuff. Whatever your Twitch name or whatever is gonna be.
I want to start a 2-person streaming team that plays like co-op games or trades controllers during single-player games. And I've wanted to do it for so long. And at first I had a really corny generic name for it, which was just Couch Potatoes, because I was hoping like get like a wide-angle camera that catches both people on the couch. But that's so boring and such a simplistic name and not very exciting. And then I had one a couple months ago where I was like, what if you just called the channel Vidiot Games, because you're both going to act like fucking morons and be goofballs.
Or you can incorporate like a weed thing into your name.
You could, it just depends.
I had a buddy who was really into smoking and stuff, and he started a podcast that he called like the Hashcast or something.
Yeah. I'm not super well educated on weed stuff, so it's not like I have a lot to say about it. I just like smoking. But I would love to start like a channel and then like do a podcast because of the channel. That would be cool. Then it makes sense, you know?
You could do like your video game, and then like once you guys beat the game, you can do a podcast episode about reviewing the game or something.
Just do a podcast talking about the game and then other things in real life and shit.
Yeah. He would do, the way he set his up was like they would get high and then just like talk about like whatever for like 45 minutes or whatever.
Vidiot is like the perfect like intro to the channel, and like the title, someone's gonna hear this on your fucking YouTube video and steal it from me, because it just works for everything. Like, do a podcast of the Vidiot Cast, guys doing like live action stuff without video games. Like, there's so many ways to like bend and fold it. Like, it works. I just need somebody who's like got either a similar sense of humor, or B, can tolerate being around me and doesn't mind when I get like salty about things, because sometimes I'll rage. Some people get annoyed by my rages and they don't like it, so
You can get Death Set, and then like that's publicity. Like, we have a cancer survivor hosting our show.
and then like either A or B. But then the other thing that like is like going to be a fundamental thing that's like necessary is they got to live near me, because like the idea is that we both do it while we're on the same camera in the same room, because I've never seen that with streamers. I've seen 100,000 streamers like of different types and variety. I've seen like niche streamers. I've seen streamers with like gags and like bits and like some kind of something about them to draw you in, like Cardboard Man. You ever seen that guy, Cardboard Box Man?
Nah.
He's fucking funny. He literally just made like a suit of armor, like gauntlets and a helmet out of cardboard, and then he streams video games, and his name is like Cardboard Box Man, but like everybody fucking loves him and thinks he's hilarious and awesome. And it's not to knock the guy, like awesome, that's fantastic, but it's just to go to show like you just gotta have something that makes you stick out. Like you gotta do something that makes you some kind of special, and you're not just some person standing in front of a camera. And that's why I think like the double combo, like two people doing it together like that would be perfect, because I just don't feel like you see a lot of people together doing streams like that.
You could do your Couch Potatoes idea, but then like just edit in potatoes over your bodies.
That's a funny idea.
Oh
we
my
could
god.
do like a drunken game series called Drunken Vidiots.
I saw a TikTok, and it was somebody modded the Spider-Man game to play as Uncle Ben, but it was just like the gravestone.
Oh my god, what
it
the
like
fuck?
runs up. It just like sits there while people are getting knocked all over the place, and then it like slides over to the next person.
I watched one where there's two that I thought were kind of funny. One of them wasn't so funny, it was impressive. One was Stan Lee, and it looked really good. But the other one I saw that like made me laugh really fucking hard because it looked so insane was they just like edited it so that like the Kingpin model, the Wilson Fisk model from the game, the really big, fat, like bulky one you fight, like is Spider-Man. So it's like this super gargantuan fat Wilson Fisk, but like his body is so nimble and he's running on the sides of the wall smiling and he's web swinging in his big ass black suit with a purple scarf, and it's just fucking hilarious, dude. Like it's got no business looking as good as it does, but bro is just fucking swinging.
I sent you the Uncle Ben one.
I'm at the next bonfire with my sign down. I'm not rushing you. I'm just letting you know, like, I'm in place. So when you're done with everything, you're going to go back to that Dragon Slayer, and you're going to, like, advance forward. Make sure you go in the right direction, though, because it's easy to get turned around when you're in his boss room. It's just a bridge. So, like, we have a boss we got to fight, okay? That's at the end of this next path we're about to fight through. And it's a long path. I'm not saying it's forever, but we're going to be battling and genuinely fighting for our lives for a couple moments. And when we kill the next boss, we can technically go to the final boss and finish the game, okay? But there's an optional side boss we're going to do first. And I know you might think, like, well, why? It's optional, we don't have to, but he's actually incredibly, like, relevant and pivotal to the entire Dark Souls story and lore, and I've told you a lot about him without you even realizing. Like, I've told you about him, but, like, you didn't realize how important he was as I mentioned him. It's just a detail I gave you, like, 4 or 5 times. And, I'm really excited, because in my opinion, of every boss fight in all of the Dark Souls games themselves, Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, and Dark Souls 3, including their DLCs, this optional boss fight is the best in the entire series. Like, there is nothing as cool and as good as that boss fight. Also, though, it just so happens to be the hardest one in this game. But I have confidence that you've gotten good, and I've gotten good, and we can handle it. This guy should have some blades for you if you haven't already picked them up.
I already got him.
Okay, so when we get in, there's going to be a crystal sage. I think he goes, like, right in front of us, and then he disappears. He's going to appear at random moments and, like, start shooting shit at us. But he's like a afterthought as we go through. Just gotta avoid his magic and be careful. There's a lot of magic here, a lot of really nasty, annoying magic, and then there's also a mechanic we're gonna have to adhere to. But it'll take us a second to get to where we need for it. What up, big homie? All right, so let's go over here. You might get invaded here, which will suck, but we'll just deal with it. Careful of these guys. Their weapons are enchanted. They do a lot of damage. There's also guys that are dropped from the ceiling behind you. Yeah. It's meant very baity. They're meant to look weak, but then they fucking hit like a truck, and it's like, excuse me? And you're like dead in 2 hits. Okay, don't go that way. You can grab the item, but just don't drop off. Yeah, you just got invaded.
Satan's big toe.
Satan's big toe.
Oh,
Rude
no.
ass nigga. Don't follow that. It's a trap. We don't really have much of a choice. We can fight him. We're just gonna have to deal, though. Considering where we are, we should honestly back up. Being fucking attacked by an enemy that, like, physically is so far away, it's ridiculous.
My sneaky.
No, not at all. That's good. Let's just give it a sec. If he gets down here, I'm okay with fighting, and even if you lose, you're right at the bonfire. But this place is, like, kind of invasion heavy because there's so many enemies that, like, invaders like to be cowards and hide behind them and just, like, fight with them to try and kill you. If you have a seed to the Tree of Giants, that'd be incredibly helpful here. But I understand if you don't have one.
I don't, but, like, if we lose here, I can just go get one. Maybe.
If you've killed any NPC invaders, you'll have gotten one. There he is.
Oh, he knows. Oh god, he knows. He's gonna
Don't
cross.
follow him like that. He's just gonna bait you.
Yeah. How obnoxious.
You want a DC? What do you want to do?
Sure, he's looking at you.